Wait for it to be live for a little bit, because it can sometimes take a second to be live. And okay, it now says watch live now, so we are live. So hello everybody, welcome to the Infinitrack deck profile of 2020. I'm only saying 20. I named it wrong. I can rename it later. When you're watching this, it'll probably say Infinitrack deck profile May 2020, but at the moment it just says 2020 because I'm an idiot. But hey, welcome. I was going to make this one first, but I was waiting for a card to arrive for the deck. It arrived today, so here we are with the Infinitrack deck profile. It's probably one of my favourite decks to play at the moment because A, I love combo decks, and B, I love machine decks. So any combo machine deck is just wonderful to me. And this is a very good example of that. So we will begin with 2 Ancient Gear Box and 3 Ancient Gear Wyvern. Reason being is Wyvern searches Box, and then Box's effect can search any Earth machine with 500 attack or defense. And most Infinitracks have 500 attack or defense. There's only like one that doesn't have, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. Is it 500 or less, or is it 500 exact? 500 attack or defense. So there are some cards you can't search, like say Harvester, but you can still search a fair bit. So that's these. Next, we're going to go with a hand trap because we're going in alphabetical order at the moment. And that is the 2 Ghost Ogres I'm running. Reason being is it fills out the deck, and also if anyone tries to, you know, screw with you with a monster effect, you can go lol no. So that's the only reason I'm running those, to be fair. Now we're going into the actual Infinitracks. 3 Anchor Drill, clearly. I mean, if you're going to be running a playset in Ancient Gears, you run it in its own deck, which is Infinitracks, clearly. So 3 Anchor Drill, it's quite nice. Next we're going to go with Brutal Dozer at 3. Reason being is it's basically one of the best Infinitracks in the deck, where it's a level 5 that can summon itself and then special summon any Infinitrack from the deck, but it negates the effect. But what you do is you just use like you just link it into Goliath and then go from there. It's not bad actually, I quite like it. Next, we're going to go into Triple Crab Crane. Again, reason is A, it's a level 5 Infinitrack to special summon or to tribute summon and whatnot. Plus, also its effect to search out the Outrigger extension is really good. Next, we're going to be running Triple Harvester because it is a deck searcher. Of course, you're going to be searching with this card, so it's always good to be running. Plus, it's a machine dupe target, which is lovely. Next we have Triple Trencher. It is basically a monster reborn for the deck that has a hard once per turn, and it's also basically again a machine dupe target. This is normally the one that you search off of the effect of Brutal Dozer, because that effect works in Grave. Next we're running 2 Tunneler because it is the Pot of Avarice for the deck. In its own little way, and again you contribute your own you contribute it to go into Goliath, which then allows you to, you know, get in Grave easier. And then for the rest of the monsters, all I'm running is 1 True King Lymphagasm because it's at 1 at the moment, and any deck that is majorly Earth, which this is, you want to be running a copy of Lymphagasm just because it's really easy to use its effect at that point. Next we're going into spells. We're going to be running Triple Called by the Grave because if any hand trap activates and screws your plays, you're screwed. So it is good to have a your Called by the Grave playset to just stop any hand traps from messing up your entire plays. Next we have the spell card that I was waiting for to be delivered. Heavy Forward at 3. Heavy Forward is really good for the deck. But not its continuous spell effect, its activation effect. So basically, when you activate it, you get to search any Infinitrack from the deck to your hand. Just straight up. So it's basically the spell version of Harvester. But then it allows you to change the battle position of one of your monsters, like these monsters, which doesn't really matter, at least in this particular build. So, Heavy forward is mostly for the searching effect, and I don't know if it's a hard once per turn. Yeah, it's a hard once per turn, but it's still, 3 turns you can get a search. Our single instant fusion, because you're only allowed one instant fusion now. This deck actually has a really good target for that. We have our single Iron Core because it's a monster reborn for the deck for a good portion of the cards. Not all of them, but a decent portion. And then you're going to be running the triple machine dupe because obviously you've got 2 targets. And, well, machine dupe's always good. Then you've got your own Monster Reborn because Monster Reborn with its own Monster Reborn is really good. So you've got multiple ways of bringing back from grave in this deck. And for the finale for the main deck is triple Outrigger. Because you can search it off Crab Crane and it's kind of necessary for the deck to negate effects targeting your Xyz monsters. And it also means you can rank up into some of the higher Xyz. So you do want to run that. So that's it for the main. We're now going to go into the extra. So for the instant fusion target, Parasite Croyd. Reason being is it's a level 5 Earth, so it can Earth Machine fusion that can be summoned off of instant fusion. And since it's an Earth Machine, you can target it with stuff like Anchor Drill. You can target it with stuff like Harvester and increase its level. Plus, because it's a level 5 machine, if you want to go into a one that specifies a level 5 monster like River Stormer, you can with this, and it's just as simple as activating its fusion. You've now got a body on board, which is quite nice. Next, we're running one River Stormer. Reason being is it's a nice one to rank up on top of. Plus, it's basically the Foolish Burial for the deck, if you do want to use that. So it's not too bad. Next, we have Big Eye. Reason being is Harvester, when it targets a level 5, makes them both level 7. So you can overlay into any level 7. So Big Eye is one of the best generic level 7s, rank 7s you can have. So Big Eye is quite good for the deck. Next, we're running 2 Mountain Smasher. Reason being is, again, Harvester targets any level 5, you get a rank 7. Mountain Smasher is the Infinitrack version of the rank 7. And it's got a decent attack gaining effect. It's also one that you would use Outrigger extension on most of the time, I'd say, because it's one of the easiest ones to get out. Next, we have 2 Earth Slicer. Earth Slicer is, in my opinion, one of the big boss monsters for the deck. It's basically get rid of 2 overlay units, or Xyz material, depends how you want to say it. Destroy up to as many cards as you... Well, basically you can get rid of any of the overlay units that's on it, or Xyz material. As many of them as you want, and then up to the amount that you got rid of, it gets to destroy that on the field. Really good. Its attack is really good. Plus, it's also very good in the sense of, like all the Infinitrack Xyz, if you tribute any Infinitrack card that is not a Xyz monster, you can special summon it from grave. Normally you'll get rid of the Link, but if you have a Trencher on the board that you can't get rid of, because like all your Goliaths are in grave, and you have an Earth Slicer you want to bring out, you'll just yeet out the Trencher and go into your Earth Slicer. Really nice. Next, we have True King of All Calamities, because when you summon Anchor Drill can target a level 5 and change that to a level 9 as well as itself, so you can go into True King. Because yes, you can't Outrigger extension your Infinitrack into True King, but you can still go into True King via using Anchor Drill effect. And because how good True King is, it's worth running Air 1 copy for that one reason. Next, you want to be running Libe. The reason you're running Libe instead of the other train is the sheer fact of Libe is the easiest one to get out. I'm not going to lie, it's quite difficult to get a rank 10 out in this stack. But if you can get a rank 11 out easily by using Outrigger extension on Earth Slicer. And Libe is really good. Basically 4k attack, gains 2k attack every time you use its overlay unit. Yeah, you can only attack with it, but it will have up to like 8k attack. Maybe more depending on if you use Goliath's effect in grave. So it can be a potential OTK. This one I added recently. I weren't originally running this, but I've noticed how easy it is to abuse. Number F0. Reason being is I have three rank 9s that aren't numbers. I have two rank 7s that aren't numbers, and a rank 5 that's not a number. So if I want to bring this out, it's not too difficult. And anytime you can bring out F0, it's good. I can't think of a single deck that doesn't like the usage of F0, so you'd want to run that. Next, we're going to go into the links. There's not many links because, well, we're in Master Rule 4.5 now. All we're running is triple Goliath because it's very essential for the Infinitrack deck. Basically, it's your one way of getting rid of monsters on the field to activate their effects. It was also the best card to tribute off for the Xyz special summon from Grave effect because it can equip itself as an Xyz unit. Next, we're going to go into our Platinum Gadget is our other link because Platinum Gadget is basically you have a Goliath on the field, you can link it with another Infinitrack or any machine to go into Platinum Gadget. Goliath's now in Grave to use its effect to equip to any of the XCs you've already got out, and Platinum Gadget will allow you to get any of your machines in hand to the field, which is quite nice. And the final link, which everyone says is the big boss monster for the deck, and I kind of agree, but I also don't see it that often, is Megaclops. We're only running one of it because it's not seen often enough to, warrant using it this much. And oh my god. Can I pause the stream? Is it possible to do that? Keep event. Okay, we're back. So basically that's the main reason you want to be using Megaclops. It's as simple as that. And I'm hoping that didn't screw up the entire recording because I'll have to delete the fucking thing. But yeah, that's basically my Infinitracks. I've been having fun with the deck. Now I've got Heavy Forward because that came out in Eternity Code, which was recent. Was it Eternity Code or was it Secret Slayers? Hang on. It was Eternity Code, yeah. Eternity Code. So ever since that's come out, the deck has become a lot more consistent. I've had a lot of fun with the deck because it's very combo-y, especially with using your Outrigger on your Xyz to go into a particular Xyz for that particular situation. You can go into F0, you can... Xyz summoning is one of my favourite summoning methods in the entire game. I can't complain with this deck. It's so much fun. If you guys like it, feel free to build it. I'm not going to say it's a cheap deck though, because Megaclops is like £8 last time I checked. It might have gone up because Xyz is now very prevalent. And also, I'm pretty sure because of Ancient Gears and that using it, Anchor Drill and Harvester is quite high in the prices as well. Same with Trencher. So, and Machine Dupe, to be fair. Machine Dupe, even if you want to get the commons, isn't that cheap. But, oh, and strangely enough, this train here, Libe, I think was like 20 to 30 quid last time I checked. I don't get it, but fine. So if you want to build this isn't exactly the budget build. It's far from that. The only card I'm not running because it's too expensive for its own use, in my opinion, is Urgent Scheduling. Because Urgent Scheduling is really good. I'm not going to say it's not useful. But it's like 30 quid per Urgent Scheduling. And all it does is make this good as a going second deck. Because it requires your opponent to control more monsters than you do. So it's good in the sense of, turn 2 it's good, or late game it's good. But this, as it is, sets up for the turn 1. It sets up, can keep setting itself up with the effects of the Infinitracks in the graveyard and that. So it's not... I wouldn't take this to a tournament, let's put it that way. But I would take it to a locals, because I don't take locals seriously. So, yeah, it's a really fun deck, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And the next video will be on the deck that I bought recently. I just have to wait for all the cards to turn up, and some of them haven't even dispatched yet. So we're going to wait until they turn up before I make a video on that one. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Ta-ta for now. Oh, it's trying to make me... There we go. Finish event.